Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to do a first impression let's play a review of a game called Skyformer. It is a game from a solo developer and the game costs $20. Technically $18, but in Europe it costs $20. So for all intents and purposes, the game costs $20. And it is a terraforming game, actually quite similar to another game which I've played and reviewed before called Planet Crafter. And Planet Crafter is actually a really nice game. I think I have probably in the region of 100 or more hours in Planet Crafter. And Planet Crafter costs $25, so it's just $5 more than this game. But this game is still in early access, so I can definitely think that by the time that this game actually releases, that the game will then cost $25. That's totally possible. The developer on the Steam page said that this game will be in early access for about a year. So, yeah, that gives you an idea of how long it will take before the game is released, but it also gives you an idea of how close the game is to the fully realized amount of content that the developer wants to have in the game. You know, with a solo developer like this, you're not going to be able to add a huge amount of content to the game in just a year, in just 12 months. So the game is actually reasonably finished already, considering that it's a solo developer. The other game that I mentioned, Planet Crafter, was actually developed by two people. So this game is developed by a solo developer, but Planet Crafter is like a really, really nice game. It's really big, it has a lot of content, and that game was developed by two people. So yeah, that just basically gives you an idea of the scope that even two people are able to do, you know, the scope and the content in a game similar to this, like a terraforming game, that a team of two people are able to do. But this game is developed by a solo developer. And the developer that sent me a code for the game. So yeah, I think we will get into the game. As always, with all of my first impression Let's Play reviews, I'm going to be playing the game for an hour or more. It just really depends how long it takes me to come to a conclusion on the game. And at the end of the video, at the end of today's live stream, I will tell you whether or not, in my opinion, this game is worth $20. If you are in a hurry, or if you don't want to watch the full video today, you can just skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video. I will put a timestamp in the description below after the live stream, obviously, and you can just skip to that timestamp if you only want to hear my quick, concise, final opinion on the game and whether or not I can recommend the game. But otherwise, if you're not in such a hurry, you can just stay tuned and you can just watch me play through the game, and I will be giving you my running commentary and telling you what I think is good and bad about the game as I play through the game today. So the game is in early access, and we will not be taking that into consideration, because my opinion on a game, it doesn't matter if it's early access or if it's a full release game, the game has to be worth the amount of money that the game is currently asking. So if the game is currently asking $20, then it has to currently be worth $20. I do not take the fact that the game is in early access into consideration at all. The game must have $20 of content, $20 of polish, $20 of playability, right now. I don't care about the future. Maybe in the future the developer can raise the price once they've added more content. That's totally fine. That's totally plausible. But I don't care about that right now. Today, as we play the game, we are going to evaluate the game as if it is a full release game, basically. And obviously, like I say, the game costs $20, so the game has to have $20 of content and playability and polish and all of those kinds of things. So first off, I don't see any issues here. You can scale the UI, which is really nice. I like the sliding over here. It's very smooth, very nice. I like that. You see a lot of games that are $60 that don't allow you to do this. So this is really nice. I like that a lot. The graphics is really, really basic. There's no graphical options. So shadow, quality, draw, distance, depth of field, texture detail, character detail, object detail, nothing like that is in the game or available in the game. So, but I don't think the game will be very graphically intensive at all. So you should possibly, maybe even be able to play this game on a laptop. I don't know. I have a 5080 RTX, so obviously my computer is pretty powerful. But yeah, we will be evaluating the game at 2K resolution, and we will be seeing how the game runs at 2K resolution on the current settings. Well, you can't change the settings, but yeah, on the current settings. And then sound, nothing too bad here. You can select the output device, which is nice. A lot of $60 games don't allow you to change the output device. One thing for the developer is that I would just like to see over here the monitor selection. So not a lot of games do this, but it is actually something that is really useful to people who have multiple monitors. So you should be able to select the output monitor. So monitor number 1 or number 2 or number 3 to output the game to. That would be a really nice quality of life feature. And then over here at the sound, I would also like to see a mute audio when focus lost toggle. So mute audio when focus lost, then you toggle it, then when you Alt-Tab, the audio should either fall away or not fall away. So that's another small quality of life feature that I would like to see over there. And then also here at the controls, there should be a confine mouse cursor to active window toggle, because every time that I scroll to the left, my mouse goes off of the screen and it goes onto my second monitor, which I don't like. So there should be a confine mouse cursor to active window toggle over here. So unfortunately, there are a couple of quality of life features that are missing from the game right now. Hopefully the developer can get those addressed. Hi, Expert Aries, my good friend, how are you? Okay, the game also has multiplayer. We're not going to evaluate the multiplayer, we're just going to evaluate the single player. But it's nice that it has multiplayer, that's good. And then are there different planets? No, there's not different planets available currently. There's only a single planet. I don't see that you can customize it at all, and the difficulty as well. You can't customize the difficulty at all either. Okay, so the game currently only has one planet, and you cannot customize the difficulty of the game at all. This, as I said already, will all come into my consideration of the game as it is right now. The game costs $20 right now, so The fact that the game only has one planet and you can't customize any of the settings in the game's difficulty, that is just something that the game is going to have to deal with. The game costs $20. We're going to evaluate it as a $20 game. The game developer might add more planets in the future, or they might add the ability to customize the difficulty in the future. I don't care about that. The game has to be worth $20 today as we play it here. Your mission is to terraform the planet for habitation for your creators. An automated system must be built to mine resources on the planet and convert them into materials with a pipeline of factories run by drones. The produced materials will be used to power a machine that controls the atmosphere and terraforms the planet. Warning, prepare to survive different types of weather along the way. You'll be able to create a weather model to forecast the varying impacts of incoming storms. Automated building defenses will also be necessary. Follow the objective display that will appear on the left side of the screen before you can terraform. The onboarding process will guide you through 3 essential skills: not dying, creating a factory, and collecting weather data. Caps lock, sprint, jump. Okay. So the mouse sensitivity is not good. Yeah, that's better. Control. Okay, run by default. That's fine. That's what we want. What's this? Meter at the bottom left of the screen. When you move around, your charge drains and you will die if it runs out. Standing still doesn't drain it. There are many ways to manage your charge, and the meter can be significantly upgraded. You can go back inside the headquarters to recharge, but the supply drop will provide a new method. What shadows? I'm seeing shadows, but I'm not seeing anything in the air. You see the shadows, but I don't see anything above us. That's weird. Also, feel free to sprint as much as you want. It will drain the same amount of charge per distance. Okay. So when we move, we lose battery. Information alerts such as the charge alert will be stored in your codex message history, which you can access by opening your inventory and navigating to the codex tab. The codex will also be populated with all items and their recipes. By the way, the developer really could add GI voiceovers to the game. This is a lot of reading. They honestly could just add GI voiceovers in the game, and then for people that don't like GI voiceovers, they can just like disable it in the sound. You know, the developer could add an enable or disable GI voiceover thing over here. Because I've said this before, but GI voiceovers have become very, very good over the years. They used to sound like shit, but GI voiceovers are actually quite fantastically good these days. And I really think it won't cost the developer even $100 to get a good model to generate some GI voiceovers for the game, because this is a lot of reading. So I'm just running to the exclamation mark. I'm just ignoring everything else. Access supply drop, withdraw all. Build charging platform. How do I do that? Huh? How do I do that? Q, objective. Open your inventory. Build the charging platform near the supply drop. It's a place to restore your charge by standing on it. Standing in the headquarters will also restore your charge. Warning, the charging platform will be destroyed permanently if deconstructed. Make sure to carefully choose a central location for it. Okay, I don't like the fact that you have to open your objective in order to see what you have to do. You're supposed to see at the top left what you are supposed to do. Like it should tell you there, build the charging platform by opening your inventory. I don't know why the developer can't just do that, just tell you what to do, instead of having to open your fucking objective thing, but okay. Open the inventory. How do you open the inventory? I does nothing, so I doesn't open inventory. Tab? Okay, so that opens your inventory. How do you do this? Right click, left click. Okay, so you just left click. And then I guess you just put it anywhere, I guess. Let's put it over there. Okay, you just left click on it. And then you gain charge. Okay, collect items from supply drop. Where's the supply drop? Oh, there's something moving over there. Where's the supply drop? Map? Do we have a map? No. I'm pressing M and nothing is happening, so we don't have a map right now. And the game is a day-night cycle, I see. Oh, why is this one flashing again? I already took all of the stuff. Oh, that's fucking stupid. Okay, so this thing is going to be filled up multiple times. Why can't the developer just give you all of the items at once? That's stupid. Build a healing station. Okay, so we open this healing station, left click. Where do we build it? Oh, you have to build it on top of these little dot things. Okay. Let's build it over there. Mine a radiant gem. What's a radiant gem? The red ones, okay? Hold left click. Note that auto lock-on while mining can be disabled under the control settings. That's fine. Some of your carried gems, such as radiant gem you just mined, can shatter on death. Half of your gems, up to a max of 3 per type, and less for rarer gems, can shatter. Be mindful about that when you're carrying with you. Okay, that is something that should be disabled or disableable. I don't like games that have drop loot on death. And on top of that, it should be disableable. So you can't disable the loot drop on death. That's not good. I don't like that. Okay, mining also does take energy, I see. So you also need to be careful of running out of energy while mining. Your energy recharges very quickly, like basically instantly. I like that. I hate it when a game makes your stamina or your energy or whatever recharge really slowly. It's just completely unnecessary. Okay, we healed. We have to collect shit from here again, which I don't like. Build iron, miner, and power it. Note, you can feel free to aim the camera anywhere vertically while building. Use the mouse wheel to adjust the distance, and above the building there are useful visualizations. So what can we build from here? So open inventory, miner, and then like that. Oh no, that's the maximum. Okay, so you can't do it from that far. Like you can change the distance a little bit, but then really not a whole lot. Mining spot in range. So does it matter? Like, can we just put it here, basically? We don't need to, like, there's not a yield, like, it doesn't matter as long as it's in range. There's not like a low yield or a high yield location or anything like that. Okay, so we build one there. If needed, you can deconstruct and reposition almost anything you build at no cost by pressing X. The charging platform is an exception. Okay. Okay, power it. So we need to power it. So power provides power to the surrounding area. So can you just build this anywhere? Okay, apparently you can just build this anywhere. And then collect items from supply drop. Automate iron bar production. Okay. Are you going to give me more information than that or not? Automatically manufactures a wide range of materials. Cargo drone. Control tower. Allows managing automated cargo drone routes. Okay. Let's see. Well, the range is really big on this thing. Okay, so you can go into a drone. How do I use my drones? Factory. We can put the factory over there. There is a destructive dust storm with hazardous conditions in the area. Travel with caution. Some buildings may require repairs to ensure stable operation. Okay. Okay, factory. We can just put it like basically anywhere, I think. You can later on build factories that are attached to base pieces if you prefer, found in the base tech tab at the construction station. Being sheltered in a base with both a floor below and a ceiling above will prevent charge and health from draining. Okay. Okay, so now we need to set up with the drone thing. The iron from here probably needs to go over here. And we have to do that from the drone control tower. Not sure how we're gonna do that. Select a route. Drone routes allow you to automatically send resources from one building to another. So, iron ore goes from here to here. Capacity 3. Okay, well, let's put 3 over there. Save. And then where are we going to store the iron? So what is it taking from there? What are you taking over there? He's taking iron over there and over there. How the hell does that work? I'm not sure. But okay, that one is set up now. Okay, drone routes can also be edited directly by pressing G. Note that when creating a new route, buildings must be within range. Oh, I can't mine while I have the shitty notification on screen. That sucks. The developer should allow you to still play the game while those notifications are on the screen. There's no reason to disable the player's ability to play the game while there's a notification on screen. And what's that? Weather station. Open and close weather map F. Okay, so that's the weather map. So you can zoom in, zoom out. I guess that shows the wind. Doesn't really show much else. Observations, dust storm, dust fog. Okay, so it shows you basically a couple of stuff that's in the area. Nothing too bad. Okay. In addition to the weather map, there's a threat meter displayed for your current location. Where is that shown? Threat 0%. Okay. Operates the terraforming engine. Can only be built in the sky base. Where's the sky base? Where's the sky base? Is this not the sky base? Okay, well, I can't build it. head back to the headquarters on the hill and teleport to the skybase. Oh, okay. Once again, it would be super fantastic if the developer actually told you that on the top left notification thing instead of you having to open. Okay, my OBS just disconnected for some reason. Just bear with me. Okay, my OBS disconnected, but I think we're back. I don't know why that happened, but okay. I think we're okay again. Okay, teleport to skybase. And then do we have to build it up here? Okay. Okay, so that shows the terraforming status. Like I said right at the beginning, there's another game that I played which is called Planet Crafter. And that game has a really, really nice terraforming mechanic. It's a really unique and impressive way to do terraforming, and it's really impressive to go from the beginning of the game basically on a planet like this, just completely barren and no oxygen and all of that, and then after you're like 150 hours into the game, there's trees all over the place, there's water, there's animals walking around. Like, it's really satisfying to literally terraform a planet like that. And I hope you can do the same on this in this game. That would be really nice, because I really like that. It's a really satisfying, like specifically in Planet Crafter, for instance, to see the planet literally progress from a barren planet to a planet that actually has water on it, butterflies flying around, animals walking around. It's really nice. I'm a lot disappointed in the DLCs for Planet Crafter, unfortunately. The developers have made the mistake of making standalone DLCs, which I don't play. So I was excited like more than a year ago when they announced the first DLC for Planet Crafter. But when I found out that it's a standalone DLC, I was just completely deflated for the game, and I haven't played the game since because I already finished the game, and I'm not going to start over on a different new planet starting from zero. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm done with Planet Crafter. I hope that they eventually add a DLC to the game instead of doing a standalone DLC. Actually, add a DLC to the game, then I will play the game again. But yeah, unfortunately, they've now done 2 DLCs for the game, and both of them are separate from the normal game, unfortunately. Which I don't play. I don't like that. Construction station. Okay, so we have to place it around here somewhere. Okay, so I need iron bars. I'm assuming I can get iron bars from here. Storage. Withdraw all. Okay, so you have to empty the storage periodically, I guess. So this one has no storage. Is the storage going over here? No. I don't know where that storage is going. Okay, so they say construct a miner. And then what else? Factory. Drone view constructor. But don't I have that one over there? What's that? Don't I already have a drone view constructor? I'm not sure. What's all of this stuff over here? Okay, more floors, but I need aluminium plates for that. Storage, large planter. Okay, construct charging platform. Construct charging platform. Don't I already have a charging platform? Build miners at the bauxite ore and salt deposits. Build a chain of factories to automate aluminium materials necessary to construct the charging platform. Oh, okay. So, bauxite and salt, where will that be? Let's have a look over here. Miner? Ah, okay. Okay, so it's not in range of the power, so I will have to build another power plant over here. Okay, so that's a miner. And then we need to power it. Where's the other? Is that maybe over there? I'm not really seeing anything else. I actually need another miner. I don't have another miner right now. Okay, then we need to take, well, we need to store it, or we need another factory. I guess you need a factory for each one, maybe? I'm just trying to think. Yeah, we'll probably need to put a factory down for each of them, maybe. Okay, so your stuff goes over here. And you are going to create what? Salt? Salt. So it currently says factory iron bar, but I mean, I already have a iron bar factory over there, so it shouldn't be doing iron bars. So that's salt and that's bauxite. So why are you doing iron ore? I don't want you to do iron ore. Ah, okay. Okay, so you take bauxite and salt. Set output. My buildings are getting a little bit damaged, apparently. Okay, well, that should be fine. We are getting aluminium now. So it makes, I think, 10 bars per minute, I think. What's this? And then silicon. I haven't encountered silicon yet. I have a lot more energy now, that's nice. Okay, I've got 21 aluminium. Okay, bauxite. I need a lot more bauxite. It sucks that you can't take items from year to year, for instance, or any of these storages. Perhaps I need to build storage facilities first. Okay, so they want me to build a charging platform. Okay, so I don't see aluminium plates over here. I guess you're supposed to make them with the factories, maybe? Why is this taking so long? I put 3 drones over here. Where are the drones? Or is the miner just mining so slow? I guess the miner is just mining really slow. Can't I add more miners over here? I guess not. Okay, so I probably need more factories. And then I need to take them aluminium bars and make aluminium frames, I guess. I haven't gotten a tutorial to tell me any of this yet. So the game is missing a tutorial here and there. Okay, so that makes aluminium frames. And then I also need one for aluminium plates. I don't like the fact that you have to run over to the drone tower each and every time that you want to set up a drone route. Okay, if you go over there, one should be fine. And then you go over there, one should be fine. I didn't even place it on top of that mineral, and yet the mineral exploded. Okay, so now we've got another charging platform. Plant a bush. Find an empty planter. Oh, okay, so we first need to create a planter. Once again, the objective is not clear. Soil. Where am I supposed to get soil? Okay, so I can just put a bunch of stuff in here then, or I can tell my drones to bring the the excess over here, even though I'm running a little bit low on drones. I only have 9 drones remaining. I don't have a lot of drones to waste. And I'm looking for silicon. And I need soil. I've got no idea where I can get soil. Make a factory to create soil from debris. Oh, okay. I need to make another factory and then provide it with soil. Wow, it takes 10 debris to make 1 soil. Wow, that's very very, how do you say? I can't think of the word now, but yeah, it uses a lot of bloody debris. Okay then, so we should be able to make a planter now. Okay. Expand and build more power. Automate copper. Northeast. Northeast over there. Okay. Once I have enough drones, I don't know if I can create drones right now. Let's quickly have a look. Once I have enough drones, I would definitely want to make a bunch of them and then tell the drones to bring the stuff over here to my storage. I don't see any drones that I can create right now. Maybe at the factory? Let's quickly see. Okay, computer chips. So we need computer chips. And for computer chips, we need silicon and copper wire. And for copper wire, we need copper. Okay. Okay, so that at least tells us what our next things are that we need to focus on. I'm gonna tell one drone to bring iron bars over there. And then I think that's fine. I need to build another charging plate over there somewhere. I do have a charging plate with me, so that should be fine. Okay, so he's gonna empty the iron for me. I should actually build like 2 charging plates, to be honest. Like one maybe over there and then one at the next base. And I also still want silicon. That's what she said. I'm liking the game so far, I have to say. It's definitely a lot more minimalist than Planet Crafter. I can say that much. But you're essentially talking about a game that has half the amount of developers working on the game than what Planet Crafter has. You know, Planet Crafter has 2 developers working on it. This game only has 1 developer working on it. So, and quite honestly, Planet Crafter is like those developers. I don't know how the fuck those developers created that game with only 2 people. Like, it's a really nice and polished game for the fact that there's only 2 people working on the game. It's really impressive. But yeah, this game so far, I haven't seen any bugs. There's a couple of tutorial issues. But so far I've been able to figure everything out, even though I have played a lot of these types of games. I'm not a huge fan of the weather breaking my shit. I don't like that too much. Oh, I just lost health. There was a shield generator over here. Let's see. Well, I'm not seeing a shield. I'm really not seeing a shield at all, so I don't know if the thing is actually working. I'm assuming it's working, but I don't see anything. You would like to see like a blue shield or something like that over yourself and your base. Okay, I wanted another charging station for the place where we're going to. Oh, this place fills up really quickly. I think we can go to the copper that we needed. Ah, that's definitely copper. I'm also seeing a blue resource over there. There's something over there as well. There's a green thing over there. So before I put down my thermal generator, because it's my last source of power, I want to see if I can stretch it to a second place, perhaps over there. So then I can put it down and it can cover 2 places basically. Like if I place it over here, yeah, you see already it's out of range over there. So it's gonna be pretty difficult. Something like this maybe. And then maybe I can get over there as well. Possibly. Okay, so what exactly is this? Ah, is this silicon? Ah, yes, it is silicon. Okay, that's fantastic. So we've discovered silicon at least. But now the issue is the power doesn't reach over here. That sucks. Silicon is really important. I really want silicon. Let's shut down. Well, actually, I can move the copper. Yeah, I can just move the copper. So we can destroy that one. Then we can rebuild it so that that is in range. And then we can move the copper. I'm actually gonna run out of power. I also want to see like 24 copper. This one has 24 copper as well. Let's see. Okay, well, it has 24, so then we delete it. Ah, okay, yeah. So you do get the resources that are inside the machine. That's good. Yeah, so this allows us to power the silicon one and the copper one at the same time. Oh, you didn't get charging platforms back. Ah, I forgot about that. Okay, that sucks, but it's fine. We will learn from that. They're not so expensive. Okay, so silicon, I don't think you can make anything out of the silicon, I don't think. I think silicon is just basically a raw material. Power cell. Obviously, we're gonna make computer chips. But out of the raw silicon, I don't think there's anything you can make. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything you can make out of the raw silicon. Okay, that's fine. Out of the copper, we're obviously going to make copper bars. So this silicon we can just collect. Carrying too much. Exceeding the inventory item capacity will reduce your movement and prevent using zip lines. Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't prevent my movement too much. Hopefully. So we already have like 60 silicon, which is a nice amount. And then over here, we're gonna build a couple of bar places. And then also wire place. So you are gonna make copper bars, and you are gonna make copper wire. We're probably gonna need 2 bar places. No, not a miner. Factory. Okay, and then I have to instruct them to take it over here and take it over there, but I can't do that from here, I don't think. Can I? Yeah, drone control tower, so I don't have a drone control tower in range. That's fine. Okay, let's head back. I might have to go back and get a drone control tower, actually. I don't think the game has teleportation, unfortunately. I at least now have silicon, which will unlock a lot of different stuff. Okay, so the first thing is this one. That's very good. Then we need to make a whole bunch of stuff. So drone control tower, definitely. Because I don't think you can use this one to go all the way over here. Yeah, you see it has a range, so you can't do that. Okay, we need power cells. But we also need drones. That's one important thing. We need drones. And we need computer chips. So for the chips, we need silicon. So we're going to have to do that over there on the other side. I'm just trying to think what all we need. Does the game have crafting from storage, I wonder? Oh, you see, that's an issue. The game doesn't have crafting from storage. That's not good. That is a big requirement when it comes to games like these. Okay, so I've got a drone control tower. I have a logistics storage. Anything else that I need right now? I can set up drone construction over here, but I think we need chips. Let me just refresh my memory on what we need. So we need copper. And then we need this for the chips, and then we need the silicon. We have the silicon, we just need the copper wire, basically. So we can bring the copper wire and the silicon over here, and then we can do the manufacturing over here. And then for the drones, we just need the chips. So I can actually create a bunch of chips right now, right here. Oh, but I don't have the copper wire, of course. Okay, so I need the copper wire as well. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain. see, so I have the shield now, but like I'm not seeing anything. Like this thing doesn't seem to have a visual representation, really. I would like it to have some kind of a visual representation. Okay, so okay, so we want to set up a drone thing over here. So obviously, this one can basically only provide to that one. That should be fine. And then this one can only provide to that one. And then this one can provide to that one. Okay, so the output is 10 per minute. No, the output is actually 10 times 4 per minute, so it's 40 per minute. So it consumes 10 copper bars per minute, but it produces 40 copper wire per minute. And then this consumes 20 copper per minute, produces 10 per minute. Okay. So this producing 40 per minute is quite a lot. So if you build a logistics thing over here, I think it'll be fine. Okay, so I think we can do the chip manufacturing here because it'll just mean less transport. We're still gonna have to do some transport, but less transport is always good. So I think we just need one chip manufacturer, to be honest. I don't think we need multiple. So you're gonna produce chips. You're gonna consume 40 wire per minute. So you are gonna go there. 40 per minute is gonna take quite a bit, so there you go. You can get 2 drones. And then you guys bring your stuff over here. Well, you can bring yours over here, I guess. And then you can bring yours over here. Okay, now I don't have any drones left, but this will work, and as soon as I get some chips, then I can immediately start producing more drones. So I've used up all of my drones, but we at least have reached the point where we are able to create drones. Okay, that's fine. We can take as much copper wire with us as we can possibly carry. And also the copper of that. Yeah, that's fine. So we have enough now to create like probably 30 drones or so. Which will mean we will be able to kick our transport with the drones into high gear. We won't have to play so sparingly with the drones anymore. Okay, so you're gonna make some more chips for me. And then we're gonna have another 2 factories over here because I want to get it done quickly with drone production. Oh, a repair drone. That's interesting. Let's create a couple of them. Iron and computer chips. And then cargo drone. Uh, used by storm defense system. Okay, so I don't have storm defense system right now. I will have to build one. Steel beam. Okay, so I don't have steel yet. Okay, so I've got 12 drones. That's already very useful. So I want you over here with one more drone. And then I want you over here with 2 drones. What else? from here over there. Set item, copper. And then from here to here. Okay, so now we have our own mini production over here. We obviously have it over there, but we also have it over here, which is good. Okay, so from here to here, aluminium plates. And then silicon over here. From here to here. Silicon. This guy is not getting enough copper ore quickly enough, or that we run out of copper ore. It's possible that we already ran. No, we did not run out of copper ore. So from here to here, we need a lot faster copper ore. Oh, power cells. We can actually make power cells. So wire and then plates. That place is almost destroyed. I wonder what happens when your things are destroyed. Oh, built in the sky base, okay. Oh, did I build two of these things? Bloody hell. I forgot I already had one of them. Okay, well, that's a small mistake, but it's not the end of the world. That's cool. I think I ran out of copper. I need to bring some copper over here, probably. Oh, yeah, the repair tools. I didn't even know. Toggle your repair tool or use with the repair helicopter. How do you... Where's the repair tool? What the hell is a repair tool? Because, like, this place is very damaged, but, like, how do I repair it? Oh, R. Okay. Okay. It would have been nice if we got a tutorial for this, but okay. I don't know how this one is more damaged than all of the other ones, because they're literally right next to each other. Why is this one not connecting to that one? Ah, shift? Ah, okay. Well, that's stupid, but okay. How far can this thing go? Okay, well, pretty far apparently. Oh, it stopped. Okay, so we have plenty of drones now that we can use over here. So like this one bringing, well, we can basically bring all of the silicon over here. Like 5 of them. So what, can't I? So you're telling me you can't make a route from here to here and then back from here to here? That's stupid. We're gonna have to have a second logistics center. How much does this one make? 10 per minute, okay. So I'm just thinking, what else do we need here? Got a lot of chips now, like 100 chips. This one is basically using 40 per minute. That one is producing basically 40 per minute. Okay, that's pretty good. And then what I will want to do here is from this logistics site, I'm basically going to take everything back to my main base. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to build a second, maybe even a third logistics center. Like, you can't take it all the way over there, obviously. So we're going to have to build a second one, maybe a third one. But that's good. We're now running at much higher efficiency over here. So this one creates 10 per minute. This one consumes 20 per minute. So that's fine. You can actually create 2 more miners, but I'm not sure if you can actually put more miners. It says there up to 2 miners can be used per resource. So yeah, you can't, yeah, that's basically the maximum. Unless I find another copper mine around here somewhere. Okay, carrying too much. How much too much? Now this is quite a bit faster. It's not massively faster, but it's quite a bit faster. So what's the point of the tropical bush, to be honest? Like, I don't understand. You're harvesting more bushes each time, but I'm not getting anything except the bushes from it. And it's really irritating the fact that the game doesn't have crafting from storage. That's something that these games really need. Because now any time that I want to build anything, I have to go to my storage. I first need to remember what I want, or how much I want. Then you need to go to the storage. Then you need to either like separate it and drag it over, or just drag a full one over. You can't shift click. If you shift click, everything comes over. So shift clicking doesn't work that good. You need to basically drag like this. What does shift right click do? No, you can't shift right click. So yeah, you just have to drag it like this and basically remember what you want, you know, what you want to build. And then you have to go back to your thing. Then you can build whatever you want to build. Do we want another one of these? Logistics, yeah, we just definitely want a couple of these. And then after you've built what you want to build, you need to go back to your storage and then throw the stuff back that you wanted to take, you know, that you were done using. Like that is something that is really, really tedious. Like simply a game not having crafting from storage will make me not want to play the game. That is how important crafting from storage is. It is incredibly important. Like the importance of crafting from storage cannot be understated. I wonder if you can add multiple zip lines. Oh no, you can't add multiple zip lines. Okay. So you can't like from here put another zip line like over there, for instance. You have to create a new line basically. So you can't share the lines and you can't like well jump between them or anything like that. So that's a little bit tedious. Like I'm sure that maybe eventually you won't really be using zip lines anymore, perhaps. But I mean, right now I am using zip lines, and yeah, it's just irritating that you can't jump between them. That would have been a much better system. I want to see what's that thing over there before I end the live stream today. But yeah, like honestly, I think I've played enough of the game to render my decision on the game. And like I said right at the beginning, this game is going to be competing directly against Planet Crafter. Planet Crafter is literally the same game as this, basically. And Planet Crafter is $5 more. I'm just checking something here in the background quickly. It's $5 more. So you really are competing directly against Planet Crafter. Like if you have $20 burning a hole in your pocket, then you really have to look at all of the other games that are available to you, you know? Like this game, Planet Crafter. You could maybe even consider something like Satisfactory to be a competitor for this game, possibly. Even though comparing Satisfactory against a game like this, which is developed by a solo developer, or a game like Planet Crafter, which was developed by 2 people, like you're comparing a much bigger studio against these games. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if a game is developed by 1 person or 100 people. If the game costs $20, then it costs $20 and it's going to compete against the other games that cost $20, you know? Okay, so this is highly radioactive, requires mining tier 3. So obviously we don't have the capability to mine this yet. So you're gonna look at the money that the game costs and not the amount of people that the game that was developing the game, you know? So I definitely think you could compare a game like Satisfactory against this game, or against Planet Crafter, but for the purposes of this review today, I'm more gonna focus on Planet Crafter. Because, like I say, it's a little bit unfair to compare a game with that many developers against a solo developer game like this, or a duo developer game like Planet Crafter. So honestly, I don't think there's anything glaringly bad about this game. I haven't seen a single bug yet, which is very good. The tutorial is not good. The tutorial definitely needs to be improved. The game is very, I would say the graphics is very minimalist. The gameplay itself is not minimalist, but the game graphics and the objects and all of those kinds of things are very minimalist. Certainly much more minimalist than Planet Crafter, and even Planet Crafter is not like super fancy or anything like that. That already is a game that is pretty bare bones, to be honest, which is something that you would expect from a game that was only developed by 2 people. But still, this game is even more minimalist with regards to the graphics and all of that. And yeah, it really shows that the game is developed by a single person, you know. Let's have a look what's up here, maybe. So honestly, to be blunt, there is no way how I can recommend this game over Planet Crafter. Like, there's just no way. No way in hell. Planet Crafter, like, kicks this game's ass, wipes boogers in this game's face, like spits in this game's face. Like, it's just there's no comparison almost between this game and Planet Crafter. Like, that's how good Planet Crafter is. I want to see if I can put a thing on that side, but I don't know if it's gonna let me. I don't want to fall. Oh shit! Yeah, I think I might be dead. Okay, well, I didn't fall to my death, but now, why am I taking health damage? No, I fell down. Now we're gonna find out if the game has swimming. Water damage, okay. The game has water damage, which means you're definitely not meant to swim, I guess. Let's see if I can make it back. No, probably not. If I can make it back, I will be very surprised. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, so I slid down there, unfortunately. And now we get to the other thing. You lose, I think they said like 50% of your crystals. So 50% of your crystals get destroyed when you die. That's another thing that I don't like about the game. I said that before as well. When a game has like permadeath kind of, or loot drop on death, those kinds of mechanics, unless you're fucking playing Dark Souls or something like that, then you should be allowed to turn it off, you know. So you should, when you start the game, there should be a thing where you can disable the loot drop on death mechanic, and unfortunately this game doesn't have something like that. So that's an issue. That's something the developer needs to fix, because I myself, and I'm sure many other people as well, don't like losing progress and don't like losing loot. So it should be disableable. If it is not disableable, then the developer is going to lose players, because a player is going to find out that, oh, you lose your loot when you die. No, I don't like that. I don't like those types of games. And they're not going to play the game or try the game or buy the game. So the developer needs to have that as a selectable difficulty setting type thing, you know? Also, with regards to difficulty settings, the game has no customizable difficulty settings right now. So that's also a problem. And also the world that you are in also is not customizable at all. Now, that might not be a huge issue. You know, the world seems pretty big. So if we zoom out, I can't actually show you. It showed it on the other map. How do we get to the other map? I'm not even sure if we can see the other map, because there was a map at the Sky Palace thing. I don't think we can actually see it now. Let me run over there quickly, then I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. The map is pretty big, so but the map isn't customizable at all. So I would really like it if it were perhaps customizable. So we go over here, and then we go over here. So here you can see this is the entire map over here at the top left. So this is more or less the area that we've explored so far. I wish you could see a better map than this, because this map is pretty shitty. But anyway, so the map seems pretty big. It seems pretty nice. So there's certainly a lot that you can obviously explore, you know. I'm not sure how big it would be if you compared it to a Planet Crafter, for instance, or even Satisfactory, even though the map in Satisfactory is really, really big. Planet Crafter, the map is also very big, not as big as Satisfactory, but it is a very big map in Planet Crafter. Can the game be paused, I wonder? Pause. There we go. I actually want to show you guys Planet Crafter, because I'm fucking talking constantly about Planet Crafter, but you might not even know what I'm talking about. So let's have a look over here. So if we look Planet Crafter, you can see I haven't played the game in more than a year, because, as I said, unfortunately the developers have made the decision to add standalone DLC, and I don't play standalone DLC, so unfortunately I won't be playing the game ever again until the developers add an actual DLC that adds actual content to the base game, you know. But the game is very good. I can definitely recommend Planet Crafter for $25. You can see immediately the graphics is quite considerably better than this game's graphics. And this game was developed by 2 people, which is really quite impressive. And yeah, the game is basically exactly the same as what Skyformer is. you land on a desolate planet, and you have to terraform the planet. So the planet starts out like this, basically. This is like right at the beginning of the game. And then eventually there's water and plants and stuff. And then eventually there's animals. I am actually at a point in my game where there are animals. I'm not seeing. Ah, there we go. These are the animals. So this is the latest stage of the game where you get insects, and then you get amphibians, and then you get actual mammals, animals. And yeah, this game is really, really good for $25. It's hilariously good for $25. And like I said, the fact that Skyformer is just $5 cheaper than Planet Crafter, you know, that's a little bit brutal. This developer has unfortunately priced themselves to a point. You can also see the evolution of the terraforming here. They unfortunately have priced themselves to compete directly against games like Planet Crafter, you know. That's the choice that they made, and if they have a very, very good game, then it won't be a problem. But unfortunately, from what I've played today so far, this game cannot compete against Planet Crafter. The Planet Crafter has way better graphics. It has an actual story, like Planet Crafter has an actual story. Whereas in Skyformer, I haven't seen a actual story yet. Wow, that's a lot of drones. The graphics, like I said, is not even comparable almost. Planet Crafter has very good graphics. And I mean, I'm 2.5 hours into the game now, and I haven't seen any terraforming yet. Like, no terraforming has happened so far. Obviously it will happen eventually. You can see here you're growing trees and stuff like that, but yeah, 2.5 hours into the game, I haven't got any terraforming at all yet. So yeah, and then obviously in addition to that, there's Satisfactory, which is a good game when you mod it. Modded Satisfactory is very, very good. I also say it here in my review. You can see I've got 150 hours in Satisfactory. I didn't say it here in my review. I believe I said it in my actual review, my video review. But Satisfactory is a good game when you mod it. Unmodded Satisfactory is not very enjoyable. In my opinion, it is too restrictive. It is really, really restrictive. So in order to really have fun with Satisfactory, you have to mod it. And that means that the developers themselves have created a base, like a base to build upon, but the actual stuff that you build on top of it is the good stuff. The base is not that good. So, you know, it's not really a game that I would pay. I'm not even sure how much it costs. It's like maybe $30. Let me double check here, because I have regional pricing, so it's not the same as American pricing. Let's have a look over here quickly. So the game is $40. They actually raised the price a while ago from $30 to $40. So yeah, Satisfactory is $40, which is quite a lot. And the game itself is not that good. Honestly, I would be dubious to pay $40 for Satisfactory. If you mod it, it's good. Like, it's a very good game if you mod it. But to pay $40 for a game that you're just gonna mod, so the developers themselves, Coffee Stain Studios, they aren't the one creating the good game. It's the modders that are creating the good game, you know? So yeah, and anyway, $40 for Satisfactory is a little bit crazy. I bought the game when it was still $30. And at $30, yeah, it's a good game at $30 if you mod it, obviously. And then for $5 less, obviously, you can get Planet Crafter, which is $25. And then, yeah, for $20 for Skyformer, I really can't recommend Skyformer if you have not yet played Planet Crafter. Like, Planet Crafter is just miles and miles better than what I'm seeing from Skyformer. And the games are comparable because this game was developed by 2 people. Skyformer is developed by 1 person. This game is $5 more expensive than Skyformer. So the games are very much comparable. And yeah, Planet Crafter is just much better. Honestly, it's a lot better than what I'm seeing here right now. And as I already said, when I when I review a game, I don't care about the future. I don't care about the fact that possibly in the future Skyformer will have more content or more polish or whatever. I don't care about that. The game right now is $20, so the game right now has to be worth $20. I don't care about the future. I don't care if the developer is going to make the tutorial better in the future or make the graphics better in the future or add more content in the future. Right now, the developer is asking $20 for the game, so the game needs to be worth $20 right now. And for just $5 more, you can get Planet Crafter. So, I would say that Skyformer is worth $20 right now. I can see that you would definitely be able to get probably 20 or 30, maybe even more than 30 hours of playtime out of Skyformer with what there is currently. You know, the current, looking at the map, the size of the map, looking at the amount of resources and stuff that we haven't even discovered yet, all of those kinds of things, I definitely think you would be able to get at least 30 hours of playtime out of the game. And for $20, yeah, I think that's not bad. So I can definitely say I think Skyformer is worth $20. But then we get to the fact that if you just pay $5 more, you can get Planet Crafter. And that is where it's not even a comparison anymore. Like I say, I would not play Skyformer if I have not played Planet Crafter yet. Or even Satisfactory. But like I say, Satisfactory is $40. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, if you have not yet played Planet Crafter yet, then there's simply no way how I'm actually playing Breakpoint right now. It's not a very good game, but I will review it at some point. If you have not yet played Planet Crafter, then there's no way how I can recommend Skyformer. Like, Planet Crafter is just much better, you know. But if you have already played Planet Crafter and perhaps even played Satisfactory, and you're looking for another game, another open world building base management type game that has automation with like the drones and all of those kinds of things, if you're looking for a game like that, and you've already played Planet Crafter and you've already played Satisfactory, yeah, then I think I can recommend Skyformer. You know, like I say, it's not a bad game. Definitely not a bad game, and it's even worth $20, I would say. But when you compare it to the other games in the genre, then things start falling apart, unfortunately. That's where things aren't that good anymore. And the game also only has one save space. That's not good. I don't like that at all. The game can't just have one save space. That's very bad. Like, look at that. Manage saves. No, nothing happens. And then this just loads your game again. Yeah, no, the developer should add multiple save states, because just having one save is not good in a game like this. You can lose progress very easily if you don't have multiple save spaces. So that's another issue. So yeah, I can recommend Skyformer, but only if you have not yet played Planet Crafter or Satisfactory or any of the other automation type open world games. There are many open world automation type games out there. Some of them also do the terraforming type thing. Like Satisfactory doesn't actually do terraforming. It just does the automation. Skyformer or Planet Crafter does the terraforming and the automation thing. Not a huge amount of automation, but the game does have some automation. So yeah, I can recommend this game for $20, but only if you haven't played those other two games. You could even maybe look at something like Astroneer. Astroneer is also a very good open world building type game, and there is a little bit of terraforming in Astroneer. I actually recently saw that they released a new DLC for Astroneer, so I actually want to play Astroneer again. I haven't played Astroneer in a long time. You can see since July 2023. And they recently released another DLC. So I want to play this game again. And yeah, Astroneer is another game that this game would actually be comparable against. So this is another game that you could look into if you haven't played these types of games, you know. And I think Astroneer is also maybe around $20 or something like that. Let me just double check the price quickly. Even though you're gonna have to pay for the DLCs as well on this game. Where's the US price? $30. So yeah, this game is $30. So it's $5 more expensive than Planet Crafter, and it's $10 less expensive than Satisfactory. But yeah, this is another good open world building type game. It doesn't have automation that I can remember. You basically do almost all of the stuff. There is like train lines and stuff like that that you can set up, and I believe there's miners as well, but I haven't played the game in like 2 years, so I actually don't quite remember everything that the game has. But it's a good game. But yeah, like I say, this game unfortunately is going up against some very, very good games, and it's not as good as the other games in the genre. So I can recommend the game for $20, but honestly, if you look at the other games in the genre, then you can get some really fantastic games for just $5 more or $10 more. So this developer has his work cut out for himself because he's chosen to compete in pricing against some of the very best games in the genre. If this game, if Skyformer was perhaps something like $12, then it would be much easier to recommend this game over a game like Astroneer or Planet Crafter, because at that point Planet Crafter would be twice as expensive as this game is. But right now, Planet Crafter is just $5 more than this game, and that's just like what, 25% more expensive. But the problem is that Planet Crafter is 500% better than this game is right now. So I would absolutely pay 25% more to play a game that is so much better than this game. But yeah, we will see. Like I said, I don't really care about the fact that the game is in early access or not. My only point with a review is to see if the game is worth the money right now, and I can definitely say that this game is worth $20 right now, but we will see what the future holds. Perhaps in a year or so. I saw on the developers Steam page, they say that they will work or develop the game for another year or so, more or less, about 12 months before the game fully releases. So we will see. In about a year or so, when the game fully releases, I will check the game out again. And yeah, perhaps my opinion will be slightly more positive at that stage. But yeah, what can I say? The game is good right now. Really no bugs at all. A little bit of work that needs to be done on the tutorial, definitely. But yeah, it's good. It's fine. It's a fine game for $20. It's just sad that there's so much better games out there for just $5 or $10 more. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said at the beginning, the developer sent me a code for the game. There are many instances where developers don't send me codes for games, and in those instances, I very much rely on you guys and your support on patreon.com/LFP for me to buy more games and do more reviews for you guys. So if you guys want to see more reviews, or if you want to see a specific review of a specific game, then if you are a Patreon supporter, you can just message me and ask me to review a specific game, and I will definitely do that for you. So yeah, if you guys want to see more reviews, you can support me on Patreon. I use all of the money that I get from that to buy more games and do more reviews for you guys. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.